Good today. I thought we played with really good effort, really good energy, good physicality. We just kind of settled into the game. We initially wanted to make the game a little bit faster paced, but once we had the working margins, I thought we were able to just kind of settle in and play their game a little bit. We're going to take longer offensive possessions, where they're going to take long offensive possessions. I thought Skylar and Javonte played tremendously well for us. Obviously, Skylar with the scoring. I thought Javonte did a great job controlling the game. Both of them bounced back from tough outings at Florida. I thought our whole team bounced back. And very pleased. We only turned the ball over 4 times against them, which means we got a lot of shots on the basket. And just really good win and oh wow. much needed win. So very proud of our guys and pleased with the effort.
Talk about your guys' defense tonight. It really looked like you guys took a step forward tonight, holding in 50 points.
Yeah, 50 points is usually about a half for us, but we did a good job. We're at the point of attack, and they've got some guys that are just a little bit limited, so you can help off of guys. Of course, 35 is a 3 on us, his third 3 of the entire season, but it allowed us to help down on Nebo. Just the matchups were a little bit better for us to create a defensive game plan that, when they've only got basically 3 guys out there who are prolific scorers, you should be able to guard 5 on 3, and we did a nice job of that. I thought Marlon gave us good energy getting him back out there. I know Flag scored 17, but he did a pretty good job on Flag for the most part. He denied him and got the steal and layup. I thought putting Marlon in the lineup really kind of spurred him on and helped our guys as well.
What did you guys do to slow down Nebo early in the game? I know you got going in the second half, but it seemed like that set them back a bit.
Well, I thought Days and Emmett did a really good job of keeping the ball out. He only really got 1 clean look with Emmett in the second half there, but I thought Days and Emmett did a great job. I thought we did a good job helping off the right people. We did a better job in our ball screen coverage, squeezing them and tagging them on the roll a couple times where they couldn't just plainly throw it into them on the roll. I thought our hand activity was pretty good as well. So, they make a concerted effort at the beginning of each game, the beginning of each half, to throw the ball in there, which we would. Coach Williams is a great coach, and so he's going to play with strengths. I thought we did a good job, not necessarily as much in the second half, but to start the game, we did a good job getting out to a lead. I really preached to our guys coming into the game. They got out, I think, 11-3 on Alabama, and they're very tough to play from behind on. Now, Alabama ended up coming back and taking the lead for a few minutes, but you have to expend so much energy because every possession is a slug. You're going to have to spend a lot of time guarding all their stuff. You're going to have to spend a lot of time to get a good shot. So every possession, if you get caught behind them, it's like you're playing uphill the whole game. It's like you're just running uphill offensively and defensively. So I thought us getting off to a good start was really critical, and obviously stopping Nebo was a big part of that.
Skylar had a tough game the other night at Florida. In the second half today, he seemed like he kind of was back to his old self. He had 5 in the first half. What did he do in the second half? Did he get a little more aggressive?
Yeah, it's just, he's always been a bounce back. He's such a great player, a great person. He's always going to bounce back. I had no doubts when we're in a big spot and needed big shots. He hit 2 big threes today. And, that's what he does.
Coach, can you talk about just your ball movement today? It seemed like, I guess, they're kind of pressed, made you skip the ball. It seemed like you guys were skipping the ball across the court and caused them to get in rotation a lot. What did you think the way you guys moved the ball?
Well, I thought the beginning of the game, sometimes it takes a little time to adjust. At the beginning of the game, the ball stuck too much. As the game went on, we got it moving. And, their defense is kind of built to be in scramble mode. They're very good in scramble, and they play extremely hard. And so I thought, as the game wore on, we were able to get the ball moving and get them behind the play a little bit more, and get some really good shots. When we had Skylar and Javonte out top, it made it very difficult for us to guard. Made us very difficult for them to guard. So when we could get those 2 out front at the end of the press, we could really drive it and had cutters, and we had a lot of good things happen.
And what do you think about, on the flip side, your own defense? Seemed like you guys had a lot of activity to struggle to be able to get steals and create turnovers.
Yeah, I thought Skylar, you talk about the first half, Sheldon, I thought Skylar set the tone with his defense in the first half. He really, picked up Mitchell and forced Mitchell to play outside of his comfort zone and play outside of what he was, what he wanted to do. And I thought that set a really, really good tone for our team. Anytime you've got an on-ball defender that's out there in a stance and pressure and staying between his man and the basket, it gets the rest of the team, ready to guard.
Other questions, anything else?
Oh, let's go. This win in the big picture gets you 20 wins. It's a game you need to win at home, obviously for your seeding and the NCAA tournament hopes. Just talk about the big picture of a game that you really need to win.
Yeah, you can't. Texas, what's so tough about the net and all this stuff is, Texas A&M's improved so much. If they went back and played their non-conference schedule right now, they'd roll through it. I think they came into league play, with 5 or 6 losses, maybe 4 or 5 losses, and so, they'd roll through it right now. And so, it's a tough team to beat, and you don't get as much credit as you need to for beating them. They're very, 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 very tough out. But I think this is only the third time in like 20 years we've won 20 games back-to-back seasons. So it's not like this has happened a whole lot. So I think that's a positive, and I think it moves us a step closer to the NCAA tournament. I don't think we've been to back-to-back NCAA tournaments in 15 years or so. So I think that's I think we certainly took a positive step forward today. I don't think by any means we're safe. I think there's still more work to do. But I think we took a good step forward today. And I've said this since we got here. We want to be a consistent program. And I think, we're not going to win the league every year. We're not going to, you're not going to go to the Sweet 16 every year. But if you can be in the top 4 in the league and compete for the double bye every year, every 2 or 3 years, 3 or 4 years, you may win it. If you can get to the tournament, on a consistent basis, you're going to bust through and, get to the second weekend or third weekend, once every 5-10 years. So you've got to be a consistent program, and that's been our goal from the outset here. And I think we're, to win 20 games back to back, haven't done a lot. And it's a credit to our players and our staff, and I think. Hopefully we can build on this and try to get back to the NCAA tournament, which would be huge, and start to develop a little consistency